Hello everyone, this is Dr. Manal Abdullal and I'm very glad to be with you today in a new video. In this video, I'll walk you through this exercise, the Drawing 5.5 Mallet. It's from Discovering AutoCAD 2020 and 2022 for Mark, Dix and Riley. In this drawing, I'm gonna focus on several things. I will talk about the object snap, also how to create default hatch layer, how to create default dimension layer. We will talk about dimensions, how to modify the dimension, override them, how to use the grips to modify the dimensions. We will talk about layers, we will talk about units, how to change the units to architectural and fractional. Also how to manage dimension style, how to enter a fraction. I got several questions actually from my students about how to enter fractional. For example, 1/7/8, how to put that in fraction, how to draw when we have fractions. So in this exercise, I hope I will answer all your questions, and I hope you will like it, and let me know, of course, if you have any questions. Leave a comment down. If you like the video, don't forget to like it, and let's jump into AutoCAD and get started. To complete this drawing, I have already created 3 layers, construction, heading, main, and also I set it up color for each layer and assigned line type. The line type for the construction, I assigned it ISO long dash, and this is the hidden. Also the continuous, the solid line for the main drawing. If you need any information on creating layers, please review my previous video about creating layers, part 1 and 2. Now, after setting that, let me make the construction active, which is the current, and I know it is active from the top. Now I'm gonna make the units architectural. You can set it up from below here, architectural, or another way, UN, enter, and you can set it from the top. Now we're ready to start. We need object snap. It's really important to have endpoint, midpoint, center for that. And if you need more, you can assign more, but the first 3 are the most important ones for this drawing. So make sure the first 3 are on. And now after that, object snap tracking, it is on, so we can track any point when necessary. Also the polar tracking, I recommend having this on, and you set up for 90, 180 to 70. If you need auto instead, that's fine for this drawing. I feel more comfortable using the polar tracking instead. Now, let's start drawing lines. I'll start the line. I will set up the dynamic input on, so you see more instructions on the screen. So this is line. I will start drawing the left side, and here I need 3. Enter. So this is the first line. Now I need another line from the middle. This is the midpoint, and make sure that object snap is on to get the midpoint. I need to get to the top. The dimension here is 3. Enter. Now this is half of it. If you notice that the line type scale is small because it is the construction, and we set it up before to long dashed, but I cannot see it. So here you can change the LTS, type LTS line type scale, and we can make it smaller. So probably change the number. 0.05 is good. Now we need to draw lines here at the beginning. We notice that the distance here, let's study here some of the distances which are important. This is half, so we need to offset here a quarter. Also, this radius is 1.8, so the distance between these 2 lines is 2/8 or 2/8. Now this is the distance here is 3. And the distance here is 1/8. So here you go. We need to study these dimensions, and let's apply this. At the beginning, we will offset 1/4. You can type it 1/4 or 0.25. That's fine, both ways. And we need to offset that to the top. Now we need to offset again. And I need here the distance to be 1 and 7/8. So 1-7/8, enter, from this line to the top. Now let's offset 2/8, which is double of the radius, 1/8, enter, and these 2 lines. And let's draw here a line and offset it 1/8, and that will help me to complete the drawing. Okay, so I got some lines here to help me with the drawing. I need to move to the second layer, the main layer, and start drawing the lines. Here we have line, and here I need to draw a line, but here the line itself is 2.78. Let me show you here on the drawing. This line is a 3, but this distance here is 2.78. To help me with that, which is the same distance here, I'm gonna do something here. I will draw a line outside, horizontal line, and the distance is 2-7/8, enter. And I will move this line from the middle and I put it there. Okay, this way I don't have to make any calculation and divide this distance. Now after that, I'm gonna copy this line from middle to middle. Now I will use fillet, and the fillet radius here is 1/8, so choose radius 1/8, enter, and choose this line and enter again. Okay, so I finished that part. And now this line is 2.5 on the top, so be careful here that we do have 2.5 on the top. We have a 3 and we have 2.78, so different distance here. Okay, so I'm gonna draw half of it from the top and till the end here, 1.25. Now I draw this line, and now I am ready to make this arc. The arc distance here, the radius is 1, and it is for all arcs, that's the same radius. So I gonna make arc, start and radius. Zoom in, objects now, start, and radius is 1, enter. Now let's mirror, select both line and arc, enter, select the vertical line as a mirror axis, hit enter. Now we need to draw the arc on the top with the 3 points, start, second point, third point. So we finished that part. Now let's mirror, select all of them, then this is the mirror line. Be sure to select with object snap, then hit enter to accept it. Now we need to draw the arc with the 3-point arc counterclockwise, or you can hold the control key. Now let's mirror this arc, or you can draw it again, and you can mirror over the vertical line. So we finished that part. Now in the middle here, we need to make some corrections. So I'm gonna offset half of this distance. The distance is half, so we need to offset quarter. Okay, I'm gonna use offset 0.25, or you can type 1/4. This line above and below. Now let's move to the hidden, draw line, and another line. So we draw two lines here, and on the main line and line. Now we notice that the hidden line doesn't really look hidden, so we need to change the line type scale. Since the line type scale, we change it and it looks good for the long dash, what we can do is select these two lines, right click, get the properties, or you can make Ctrl+1 for shortcut. Notice here the line type scale is 1. We need to try here different numbers. Let me try 10, and it looks good. So 10 looks good. If you need it more, like 15, probably 15 looks good too. So you can change it from the line type scale. Then exit the properties. So here you go. We finished that part. Now let's move on to the second part. We will go to the construction layer again, draw a line from the center till the end. The distance here is 13 and quarter. So you can put 13.25 or 13-1/4. Okay, enter. So this is the line that will help us get started. And from this point, let's make some construction lines here. Let me show you here the distance. What we have is 1, but we have 1/8. Okay, so let's make a line half just to help us with the drawing. So from the end point, I will go up 0.5 half, or you can type it 1/2. Enter, enter. Now let's make offset. The offset distance is 1/8. Enter. And this line, I'm gonna offset it 1/8. Now I will do another offset, and the offset distance this time is a 3.5. Okay, and one more time, 3.5. So I put these lines here for construction purposes. Now I have offset distance 2. Enter. I will offset this distance 2. Then I will offset one more time, 1-7/8. Okay. Now I will draw the lines. The first one is half, which is I draw it correctly. Now the line on the top, we have the distance 2. So let me extend that or lengthen it with the grips. Now it is half, as you see. So I'm gonna lengthen that another half. So it is 1. As you see now, the distance is 1. You can check with a quick distance, and it is 1. So this is 1 here, and this is half, 1, and here the distance is half again. And at this one, it should be the diameter is half, so it should be quarter. The distance on the top is quarter. So I'm gonna make lengthen this again and make it shorter. 0.25, enter. Now let's check the dimension, and it is quarter, as you see here, because the diameter is half, is 1. So this one should be half again. So let's make quick, and this is half, which is correct. We need to draw a line from this point to this point. Now this line is supposed to be white, so I need to move it to another layer. I can click on it and move it to the layer, or I can go match properties, click on that and click on that line. Okay, great. Now I need to make sure that I'm on the correct layer, the white, and I need to draw arc. Again, the arc here is a 3 point, and I pick the point correctly using the object snap. Now I need to choose 3 points here. Okay. Now I will mirror these parts using the mirror command. I will select this arc, and the line, enter, and after enter I choose the horizontal axis and hit enter. I finished the part below. Now I need to draw this arc. Also, this arc is 3 points, start, and okay, so this is the 3-point arc. I need here to draw this ellipse using the ellipse, but let me draw here a little line to help me, and the line is 1 and 1/4. So I'm gonna draw a line here, 1 and 25, which is a quarter, enter, enter. I will move this line from middle to here. So this is the line that will help me to draw the ellipse. Now I go to ellipse and choose the axis point, and here you go. If I don't no longer this line needed, I can delete it. Now let's draw a circle. Okay. For the hatch, I will create a default layer for hatch. That's why I didn't create it here. I need to create a layer called HP layer. When you start typing HP, you will find a layer come down and click on it. See here, enter a new value for the layer. I will make hatch. The reason is when you create hatch, it will automatically be created on a default hatch layer instead of moving between the layers. Now I will go to the hatch command, select the hatch that I would like to, and select, click here on select. I will select this one, and here you go, and I select the circle. Now close. Let me check the layers now. I see that there is a hatch layer already created. I can give it a color. Let me color it here. Okay. The last thing is dimension. Also, I'll do the same thing. I'll create dim layer. Dim layer. Okay, when you start typing dim layer, then I will call it dim, and now every time you create dimension, it will automatically be created, but you will not see it until you create some dimensions. So now it's not there, but after creating dimension, you will see it. Now I will go to annotate, and I will create some dimensions for this, and I will leave you to create the rest. The dimensions here, I will click on linear, and I will put dimensions, let's say from here. As you see here, that's a 3. I will leave it now for this a 3, but I need to go back to the layers and see that it's actually, there is a dim layer now created because I started drawing, and I will give it a color. Okay, so let me give it a color. It is important to assign colors. Now, to change the setting, I don't need it to be decimal. I know that I changed the units, but I didn't change the annotation. So I need to go to annotate and click on either this arrow here or manage dimension style, or you can type dim style. Okay, the dim style also will change that. Let's modify. You can create a new one, or for now I'm gonna modify and change the primary unit. I need that to be architectural. Okay, and let's make that, we can always change it because I see that we do have 8, so I believe 1/8 is good, and we can always change that. Now let's make OK, set current, close. As you see now, it is a 3.5. Now we can click continue. As you see here, this dimension, then we need the center here, and we need that point. Okay, So we put here some dimension using the continue. Now I need another linear from, let's zoom in. Okay, here you go. This is one, and I need another dimension from the top here. Okay, now let's put some more dimensions from here. Notice now that dimension is with inches, which is architectural. If we need to set it the same way that they have it in the drawing, it's a fractional. Okay, so if you need to set it the same way, what we can do, again, dim style, all click on this little one, then modify. Again, you can go to the primary units and make that fractional from there, and you can keep that 1 to 8. So you can always modify the dimension style and set it up the way you like. Then click OK, close. Now notice that we do have the dimension set to a fractional. Let's put some more dimensions. For this dimension, remember that we can always modify the dimension with the grip. Notice here that we can move them. We can click on the grip in the middle, and what we can do here, move text only, for example. Remember that we do have several options. Here you go, I just move the text only, or I can click on it again, and we can move with leader. So here you go. I'm just trying to show you several ways to move text. As you see here with the grips, you can move it to get whatever the position you like. So I put here some dimensions. Let's put some more over there. This is the linear. Also, we need some linear here. Okay, let me put the radius over there. Okay, you click that with radius, and this is linear again. Put more linear here. So remember, with the grips, you can go over and you can move text or move with leader. You can move the text if you want. Here you have also the radius. You need the radius for this. Okay, and you can always put more dimensions with linear. Can zoom in. The most important thing is to use the object snap and zoom in. Now notice here that I have the grips, the arrows over. You can always flip the arrows if you want, or you can move that if you need it on the top, or flip the arrows. If there is a space, you can flip the arrows. Like this, a flip arrow if you need to flip the arrow. Okay, so with the grips, you can flip arrows and do all of this. For this one here, if you need to put diameter with the annotate, you can go and put the diameter here. Okay, but as you see here, they wrote it down. To overwrite it, so you need to double click on it and overwrite any text you want. Okay, let me put here the last dimension in here. This is the quadrant. Okay, this object snap quadrant here, as you see here, if you need to have the quadrant. So this is the quadrant here to get the correct object snap. Thank you so much. I hope that is useful, and I'm looking forward to see you again in a new video. Dr. Abdullal.